And let's introduce our players as Euphem himself makes an appearance in the chat. What's up, Mark? How you doing, buddy? Always has that stream passion here. Never fails. Guys, let's do this. To the bottom right-hand side, our blue Terran player is going to be Chick, aka MSK. And to the top left side of the map, our red Zerg player. Let's hear it, guys. If you're going to be cheering on, hashtag on fire Bly. As we set up into game one of this best of 3 series, we'll be having a look to see how things are going to be setting up here in the early stages of the day. Going to see a Rex Gas from MSK, and we are going to see Bly this time around is not going to go for that proxy hatchery. He is just going to build his natural back at home, a very standard hatchery first, and most likely then a gas pool follow-up. And so we are going to see a bit more of a standard opening from Bly here on Dasan Station than what we saw previously. I wonder what his follow-up is, though. I mean, there's still a possibility that he goes for a fast roach attack. I wonder if he is a possibility he goes for like 2-base muta because of the short by-air distance of we see here on Dasan Station. There's still some, there is still some, there's still some kind of different possibilities right now for the kind of Zerg play to still be very aggressive in this if that's how Bly wants to play it. As we're going to be seeing that SCV just coming away, pulling back from the left hand side. And we see a react on the way up very early from MSK. It's not going to mess around with a Reaper, and he's going to put his expansion down on the low ground. Wow! Okay, MSK! He's going to take the gold base. So, he's going to pop the gold base down. He's going to be setting up over here. We're going to be seeing this Overlord from Bly just floating around, having a little bit of a look to see what exactly he can get up to. So, just going to be seeing the Overlord backing away a little bit over here as well. Still intrigued to see what Bly's plans are going to be. He is still mining gas. He's on free workers and gas. That's a lot of gas income. It sets him up nicely to go into a left or 2-base middleless play or so. A few different possibilities then as these 2 Zerglings will move onto the map, joining up with the 4 that are already coming across towards the bottom right hand side. You see this natural CC? I've been in a little bit of trouble. 2 Marines on the high ground, 2 more on the way out very soon. MSK pulls his SCV away, making sure he doesn't lose it just yet. And he's going to start getting some damage done. And he's going to start working his way through those Lings. Ling's taking a lot of damage. They go into the kind of corner there for a moment, which didn't make a lot of sense. And they will continue to be chased down if you would want to. As we're going to be seeing these Marines just collecting together on the ramp. Bunker going to be setting up down on the low ground as well on the natural. As we see those Marines still looking to see what's going on. And there is indeed the fast lair coming in from Bly. So let's put this down to 2 options now. We're either going to see 2-base muta, or we're going to be seeing a fast Roach Run and a Nidus play in the very near future. You're seeing those Zerglings starting to work their way through those rocks. So rocks starting to take a little bit of damage. As you see that extractor being filled with drones. A couple of queens popping out here then. And going up to 3rd gas, no 4th gas yet, no sign of a Roach Run, and still looking to be... I mean, is it really worth Nidus on this map? Because you can probably kind of... I guess you can bypass a bunker at the front or so, but for the most part, I think 2-base muta is definitely going to be a stronger way to go. And you see tanks on the way out from MSK, so 2-base muta is actually going to work out somewhat well for him as well, for Bly. Because he's going to be having... I mean, mutas against tanks are generally a very good option. So, I'm just going to be seeing this tank sieging up. And we're seeing the Spire just dropping down in the back of the natural. So Spire dropping down over here, we're going to see another bunker. MSK very scared, very afraid of what might be happening. And bunker just starting to build up over here. So bunker starting to build. Going to be seeing this SCV just coming out towards the front a little bit. And just kind of watching for something to come across the map. I mean, he's thinking that Bly's going to be very aggressive, and you know, he's right. He's going to be very aggressive in the skies with the Middleisks. So he's right, just he's wrong at the same time. It's aggression, but not through the ground. So 2 bunkers won't help him too much. What he really needs is an engineering bay. He needs to get a turret up. What he also really needs to do is probably not move across the map with these siege tanks and medevacs, because then they'll go down very quickly. And that's also going to be problematic as Bly. His Spire's going to be finishing soon. He is continuing to mine that gas. He's getting up to about 700 now, so 7 meters will be on the way right from the get-go. I'm just going to be seeing this siege tank just coming over and just having a think as to where he might want to unload or so, as we see a couple of queens starting to target down the siege tank. MSK just going to pull back with this. And the tank will just unload here, so Marine's coming across. I mean, this push is coming in, but again, 2-base Muta, I feel... Well, it's sort of weird, because in a way, with the Marines here, with the tanks, maybe this isn't as strong as I was initially kind of, maybe the 2-base Muta isn't going to be as good. The Lings get good surround, the Marines are going to go down. And once the Marines are down, well, this attack has just been completely stomped. Medevac gets sniped, so these tanks will die. And we'll see them just continue to fall here. So the tanks go down, and now the Mutas will counterattack. Turrets begin to build. As the first Mutas start to pop on out, Bly is going to have the time of his life, I think, with these Mutas. He's just killed so many units, so he knows for a fact that he can come in and just kind of run on and just sort of get in here and just sort of pick away at a bunch of SCVs. So he's going to start picking off SCVs, he's going to start working down this turret. I'm going to be seeing this group of Marines trying to fight against this. I mean, cancelling the turret here initially is nice because he can still use this position to kind of harass with the Mutas. He's going to be pushed back though. 1-1 upgrade starting for the Terran player, so he's going to take a little bit of a lead there. And he's going to have his combat shields and stim now starting too, so that's something that's just delayed because he went for that early tank push. As more Mutas fly in though, this turret going to get cancelled at the front once more. And now, does MSK, does Chick have enough to defend against these continued Mutas? We're going to see a few Lings have actually snuck on in as well. So some Lings get in over here. They came from the left-hand side of the map. They're going to pull away. They're going to start working their way against Stim. And so Stim is going to get cancelled. That's going to be a big loss here, of course. 8 SCVs are down, and more going down as well. 10 workers killed so far, and these Mutas are still having the time of their lives. They're going to have to just keep on moving around and take down another tech lab upgrade. And so it's going to be unupgraded Marines for a long, long time, and Bly really has just put himself into a very good position here in game number 1. We see GG being called. Bly takes it and advances with a 1-0 score. We're just sorting something out in the background, something important. Lots of important things going on in the background as we get into this. We have to the top left-hand side of the map our red Zerg player. Let's see it, guys. If you're cheering on, Bly. To the top right, our blue Terran player. Let's hear it if you're going to be cheering on MSK. Can I just say, guys, I just want to point something out here. Right? The last 3 big tournament winners, so Home Story Cup, DreamHack Valencia, and IEM Shanghai, just want to say, they're all subscribers to the channel. Isn't that interesting? Maybe it's the Wardy sub blessing. Do you think? Do you think that could be a thing? You know, Harson won Home Story Cup, Nurture won Valencia, Ufilm wins Shanghai. I think it's a blessing if you ask me. I think it's a I think it's a pretty strong correspondence. As we're going to be setting up into game number 2 right now. Holy shit, can I be the next? Yes, all you have to do is subscribe and you're guaranteed a tournament victory in the near future. Is Bly sub? Nope. Bly's gonna lose. Sorry, guys. I think so, though. It's true, right? It is true. It's pretty crazy. The Wardy blessing. It's now a thing. Factory drops down here as we see the opening from MSK. Gonna be factory based. Frost is not a map we saw in the earlier series between these players. We saw Dasan Station and Galactic Process. So seeing Frost for game number 2 will play out interestingly. It is horizontal spawns. Hard for Bly to take a fourth base even on this map. So, yeah, this is kind of interesting. So the reason it's hard to take a fourth is because your fourth base, your third base will go here on this map. And then your fourth base, well, it can go here, but then it's very pushable by the Terran across this top side. Your mineral line gets denied, and that's going to be hurt. You know, that'll hurt you quite a lot. But if you take the fourth base down south, it's very far away from this base, and so it's very easy for the Terran to drop an attack into. So it can be difficult to hold a fourth on this map in these spawning locations for the Zerg. So this Terran player should be somewhat happy with this. Currently taking a second gas and starting the starport. And as we're just going to be seeing those Zerglings moving forwards right now from Bly. So Ling's just moving forwards, going to be going in towards the natural. Might pick off an SCV here actually. As we see the factory is on a reactor, so we're going to see some reacted Hellions on the way in the next few moments as we see one SCV. Is it going to go down? It does. This Marine in a little bit of trouble too. The Hellions will pop out to save the day. The 2 SCVs killed a Marine as well. Definitely not a bad start. As we're going to be seeing the Ling coming in, doing a little bit of damage onto the Hellion. So Hellion taking a little bit of damage right now. I'm just going to be seeing that Zergling getting taken down as well. So Zergling gets cleaned up. Rotoron drops down from Bly, and this lair is on the way up as well. So again, a very fast lair from Bly. This time with the Rotoron though, it is going to be very different. This time we are going to be seeing most likely that Nidus network dropping down, Bly going super aggressive all in a much different way. I mean, the 2-base meter is very aggressive, but it's not necessarily all in, I think. You do generally transition out of it. Yes, if you don't do damage, you're in trouble, but there's more pressure build, whereas this Nidus is completely all in. You don't really draw up much behind it at all. You have to win with the Nidus all in, or do really game-ending damage that your opponent can't recover from. Last week against Pult in the Leifeng Cup, Bly got Pult down to 8 workers. At one point, it was 17 workers against 51. Bly was ahead, doubling the army supply of his opponent, and Pult fought back into the game. It was one of the most incredible games. It'll actually be up on the YouTube channel later today or tomorrow. I just uploaded it last night. It's really worth kind of checking out, because it was a fantastic game on New Gettysburg, as we see Widowmine's doing some damage over here. That will hurt Bly, but at the same time, MSK has absolutely nothing to defend in his main base. Widowmines, Marines, and Hellions do not deal so well against a Nidus attack, as the first, well, units out of it is going to be some Zerglings, which aren't the best. Nidus is going to survive long enough, though, as the Widowmines go off, doing a lot of damage to the Terran army as well. And is MSK going to get Nidus out of the competition by Bly right now? It's not looking too promising for our Chinese Terran player. Already 17 SCVs down, the Queen's standing strong. Bly with more Zerglings in production. Interesting that he chooses to make some Zerglings here to reproduce with. Maybe a choice against the Widowmines or so. Widowmines being brought back home. Actually, the Queen's starting to go down. Another Queen popping out. More Lings will be streaming out here in a moment or two. They need to get in, surround those bio units. He's targeting down the medevac again. Needs to get rid of that, get rid of the healing. As Widowmines go off once more, picking off another Queen. Bly has got his opponent down to 12 workers against the 24 of his own. 22 SCVs have been killed. This is where things become troubling now for MSK, because now he can't get any production, because any production he gets going is just going to get picked off straight away. The SCVs are pulled, but he just doesn't have enough Marines, and as the Widowmines clean up another Queen, it looks as though the Zerglings will just about be enough here. As the last few SCVs go down, MSK is going to be on only mules. 0 workers left, 13 supply remaining. It's the Widowmines, and that's about it. As we're going to be seeing the Widowmines still cleaning up a bit here and there, but they're just not in position to get rid of the Zerglings. GG! And that is going to be Bly taking the 2-0.